Disney's Wide. Through 20 events, some of the biggest names in professional football have shown off their skill in just about everything but football. Some have shined.
Always bet your money on 85, baby.
While others have faltered. Rivalries have been born.
I hate Heinz Ward.
Yeah, I'm going after CP.
My whole game is to dominate Heinz Ward.
And controversy has been a constant.
Early, man. You need to check that tape.
I hit you twice. He cheated, pushed me on the curb.
The Nationals roared out to the early lead and carried that momentum through 4 rounds of events. But the Americans refused to quit, battling back and taking control in round 5.
Yeah.
Now, with only 2 points separating these conference rivals, today we will crown the champion. Can the Nationals overcome their deficit to win it all?
It's ours, baby. National, all the way.
Watch how we obliterate them.
Or will the Americans maintain their advantage?
This is it, yeah, this is it.
Blue team going down. Down, down, down.
It unfolds next on the Battle of the Gridiron Stars. Welcome to the Battle of the Gridiron Stars, presented by Goodyear. We're at Disney's Wide World of Sports complex in Florida, one of the world's premier sports destinations, celebrating its 10th anniversary in 2007. Mike Tirico alongside Kirk Herbstreit, Sam Ryan and Stacey Dale Schubin with us as well. In this, the 6th and final round of competition, the Americans enjoy a lead of 13.5 to 11.5. An old childhood favorite, dodgeball, starts us today.
Well, Mike, all 5 guys from both teams will compete in dodgeball. For the Americans, it's Todd Heap, John Lynch, Peyton Manning, Joey Porter, and Heinz Ward. And for the Nationals, it'll be Joe Juravicius, Eli Manning, Clinton Portis, Jeremiah Trotter, and Osi Umenyiora. With a championship on the line, it's safe to say these guys are pretty fired up.
Wow. Dodgeball. I've seen the movie. Dodgeball. Can nobody hit me, man?
Blue team going down. Down, down, down.
All I do is dodge people, man. I'm offensive lineman, try to put their hands on. I'm dodging. I dodge.
If you get Peyton Manning out, you know, that's probably the most accurate guy you got over there.
You know, there's something about those quarterbacks. They're always good guys, but you get on a field with them, you want to get them.
Well, God, I got a Manning on my squad right here, so I like this guy better than I do that guy. Yeah, I'm going after CP, better known as Clinton Portis.
This is a dangerous event. Don't get hit. It'll be ugly.
Being that I've been watching the movie Dodgeball for the last 3 days, I got some techniques.
All right, let's go down to Stacey Dale Schubin, who's with Peyton Manning, and Jeremiah Trotter, who's a former member of the Philadelphia Benjamins dodgeball team.
Well, the Nationals won the dodgeball competition last year, and for good reason, because they have a professional player on their roster, Jeremiah Trotter. When did you start playing dodgeball professionally?
Last year. It was just for 1 season, so that's over with. But we're all football players, and we're used to working together as a team, so I guess we really don't have an edge overall.
Okay, Peyton Manning, you guys fell last year. What did you learn from the experience?
Well, we got to take out their key players early. They're big guns. Jeremiah Trotter, old skinny kid over there with the good arm. We're going after Trotter and Eli. I'm calling it out right now. I'm telling them, I'm letting them know we're coming after them. We get them out of the game. That improves their chances.
All right, Trotter and Eli, look out. Peyton's coming after you.
All right, Stacey, well, we could break down the rules scientifically, but you were a kid once, so you know what dodgeball is. The big thing here, Kirk, is we're playing best out of 3 games.
Well, Mike, if you get hit by the ball, obviously you're out. If you manage to catch the ball, the guy that threw it is out, then one of your teammates can return to the game. The game is won when all 5 players from one team have been eliminated. Remember, as Mike said, it's best 2 out of 3.
We were joking, but there are a couple of bits of strategy. The back line will come into play, and the 3 balls. Each team starts with 1. There's 1 in the middle. Wrestling control of that early is important. Who will make the first throw? A Manning, I would bet.
Both quarterbacks holding it.
And there's 1 hit is Peyton. Knocks out a player, and Porter gets knocked out.
Hold on, we got 2.
So each team has lost a player. Down to 4. Double team doesn't work, and Juravicius able to get John Lynch.
Close call, but Lynch is out. 2 for the Americans in the box.
Oh, yeah. Somebody catch. Take Peyton.
Strategy and decision time coming after Peyton. Kirk, you knocked down with the ball.
Yeah, that's the difference this year in the game compared to last year. Last year, Peyton Manning would have been eliminated and out. But now you can use the ball to shield yourself and block the ball.
Bounce.
Well, it did bounce first before it hit him. He was trying to catch it, failed.
Whoa.
Joe Jurevicius there, Mike, stepping behind that back blue line. Therefore, he is now out. So it is 3-3.
And they go 3-on-1 at Peyton, and they miss all three.
Hold on. You got one more ball. Hey, go get your game. Get a game.
All three. One.
You're going over here.
All three coming. And Osi Umenyiora gets hit.
A lot of strategy involved here, you know. Usually you see a little bit more peppering by the teams, but right now it seems like they're both holding on to the balls when they get a chance.
Peyton misses one up when he came over the back line. Yep, so Manning is out. That will hurt the American side.
Big battleship taken away from the Americans.
Oh, they had 3 balls in reserve there, but Todd Heap misfired on 2.
Was I on it?
Catch one.
And now Jeremiah Trotter and Eli Manning have 3 balls. Who will they go after? Heap. A direct shot, and Hines Ward gets hit. As it ricocheted back, Eli Manning and Jeremiah Trotter do it. That professional experience helped. The Nationals get the first point today.
Well, the professional experience helps for Jeremiah Trotter, but the little brother, Eli Manning, getting it done, knocking out the last 2 Americans standing. First it was Todd Heap, and then it was Hines Ward. Eli, nice job, and he gets the edge there over his big brother and the Americans.
So, best 2 out of 3, game 1 to the Nationals. This is ESPN's Battle of the Gridiron Stars, presented by Goodyear. We are here at Cinderella's Castle in the Magic Kingdom at the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. Here, Disney celebrating 50 years of theme park magic. Hi, everyone. Mike Tirico along with Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, 5 great weeks of competition today. This year's final edition of the Battle of the Gridiron Stars.
And Mike, both the Americans and Nationals certainly deserving of this year's battle championship, but only one team can hoist the trophy.
Well, today's events are designed to make the home stretch a tough one and to add to more drama. Here's what's going to happen. Event points are doubled today. So the first 3 events are worth 2 points apiece, and the final event, the obstacle course, is worth 4. So anything can, and given the math, probably will happen.
And don't be surprised if today's final doesn't play out much like it did last year, with it all coming down to the final event, the obstacle course with its dreaded wall. We've said it time and time again. These guys do not have an off switch. You'll see the same fire today that you see every Sunday during the regular season or Monday night.
Yeah, they do play on Monday nights also. That's right. Everyone's here, too. They want to win. Peyton, his brother Eli, the Super Bowl rivals, Hines Ward and Joe Jurevicius. It's going to go down today. The Battle of the Gridiron Stars crowning another champion.
The Nationals are out to an early start here in dodgeball, up 1-0. The Americans looking to turn things around. Eli Manning, what a great start in game 1. See if it turns around here for the Americans.
See what strategy lessons were learned from the first time around. Nationals in blue, Americans in red.
Ooh, nice block by Big Brother. A little payback there for the Americans in Peyton.
Clinton Portis is knocked out, and the Americans get control of that second ball, so they can double team.
Peyton's coming out firing.
Got Osi Umenyiora, so it is 5-3 with bodies left. The Americans are in good shape here. Jurevicius and Eli try to use a little deception there, and Peyton Manning did not step over the back line.
And it's the second time this game Peyton has used a ball to block an attempt by Eli.
They're cleaning out the Nationals here. 5 Americans left, and 3 Nationals have been eliminated.
I think Big Brother's a little upset.
Eli's still alive, though. We're back to Eli and Trotter. This was the duo that got it done in the last game.
We got
They're able to get Joey Porter off the court.
One at a time.
Add a plan for you.
There he is. On three, just fine. On three. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that strategy sounded simple. It was simple. John Wade surprises Trotter and a dominant win for the Americans. We're tied at 1.
That's payback time for the Americans. I think Peyton Manning attempted 4 throws, had 4 knockouts that time.
He was on fire. He's always accurate, isn't he? When we come back, we'll find out who rules the court as we decide a dodgeball winner. Later, it is an aerial assault in the tire toss, a battle in the trenches for the wheelbarrow, and the always intimidating obstacle course where our champion will be crowned. The Battle of the Gridiron Stars, presented by Goodyear's Triple Tread Technology. Travel confidently in any weather, anytime. And in part by Yamaha. Nobody's more in tune with motorsports than Yamaha.
Goodyear knows you're not the only one who depends on your tires. That's why there's the Goodyear Wrangler with silent armor technology. It's engineered with a layer made with Kevlar for toughness and a quieter ride. The Goodyear Wrangler with silent armor technology, so you can be there on the wings of Goodyear.
For a limited time, get payments as low as $39 per month on select Yamaha motorcycles and ATVs. But hurry, 'cause soon, they'll all be gone.
For those who love cashews, there's new Planters Cashew Lovers Mix. 50% cashews, 100% love.
In all the world, there are a select few who at their very core are capable of incredible transformation. Under the most grueling conditions, they are shaped, hardened, sharpened, ready to stand among the most elite of all warriors. The few, the proud, the Marines.
We're back at Disney's Wide World of Sports Complex in Florida, the training camp home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Today, hosting some of the best in professional football for the Battle of the Gridiron Stars. Our first event of the day, dodgeball, all tied at 1 game apiece. And before we move to the decisive third game, let's find out what the top quarterback in football and one of the game's premier running backs can find out about each other.
What's up? This is Clint Portis of the Washington Redskins, one of these famous Manning boys. Who actually walks around feeling like the big man of the house? Is it you or your brother?
I tell you, it's funny. People always ask about Eli and I, do we compete against one another? And the truth of it is that I pull for him harder than anybody. I mean, I'm his biggest fan. He's my little brother out there. So when he's out there playing against the Redskins, they're blitzing them every single play. I want to get out there and help him. I want to get out there and, change the protection and try to get him blocked. I don't tell him all my secrets, but I try to help him. I want him to be the best player that he could be because he's still my little brother out there. Clinton, I'm a big numbers guy. I'm big into jersey numbers. Talk about your numbers and where you got the inspiration for those numbers, if there was any.
Once I got to college, I had 28. After winning the national championship, I began to like 28, and somehow, some way, I made it look good. And once I got to the NFL, all the top backs had 28. Marshall, Curtis Morton, Corey Dillon, all those guys were 28. So I was trying to come up with a number who no one had on. And so once I got 26, it was like, I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to make 26 famous. Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison. How is it to keep both of those guys happy and get Stokely in the mix?
Well, that's a credit to all those guys for the fact that they're all outstanding players, and all of them could be number one, number two receivers at any team. But the fact that all three of them are together, they're unselfish guys. So they know that, hey, for us to win the game, Clinton, we got to get all three of those guys involved. So it's a good problem to have. The ball's probably not big enough to keep them all happy, but all of them are unselfish enough knowing that it's all about winning the game, and usually we get that done. Obviously, the costume concept was huge this year, very popular. Where'd the idea come from?
Man, you know, I think the costume, we was just going through a tough point. It was just to liven up the locker room, playing around with the guys, showing personality. All the guys actually ended up getting involved. So, you know, I think it brought us together as a team.
I like it. Peyton Manning, Clinton Portis, back to you in the truck.
Peyton showing a professional future as a sportscaster. Here we go, decisive game. Check out the strategy. Mannings go right at each other, and Eli Manning's pass is caught. The Americans take one player off and have all 3 balls.
Not only take one player off, but the big gun from the Nationals is gone.
O.C. Umenyiora can't make the catch there, but John Lynch crossed the center line, so he comes off for the Americans.
Move!
Even in the playing field, although Clinton Portis stepped across the line, so now he's out.
Now the Americans, all 3 balls. Heap missed, but Joey Porter gets the professional dodgeballer off.
So now it's up to Joe Juravicius for the Nationals to try to get it done, 3-1.
This is Joey Porter twice. Now all 3 balls and 3 players. The Americans should get it here. Oh, Juravicius the catch. He avoids.
Good job, baby.
Eli Manning will come back in.
Big catch.
Big turnaround.
Oh, Manning had a great shot. Missed.
That ball bounced. Todd Heap is safe.
Wow, that was close. So each side has 2 players left. Heap and Ward double teaming to get Eli Manning. They did not, but Eli's pass is caught again. So the Americans get one back, and now it's 3 against 1 one more time.
And look who's standing again for the Nationals. See if he can do it again. He's going to have to pull off another small miracle. He's got to make another catch.
We got 2. Let's go.
They use the 2 to try to get Juravicius and win the point.
Watch the line behind you. Watch the line behind you. Scoot up. 3.
Using the double team effect, they get Juravicius on the foot. And the Americans win this game, take 2 out of 3 games and the 2 points in dodgeball.
Well, considering how dominating Eli Manning was in Game 1, in Game 3 it backfired. Twice the ball was caught by the Americans in attempts by Eli Manning to throw. And then Joe Juravicius trying to work some magic, this time coming up short as John Lynch knocked him out.
Here's Sam Ryan.
All right, so Eli, one of their big guns, Todd, and you got him out with that catch. What was key for you there?
Hey, it just stuck in my chest. He threw it so hard. It was huge for us to get those 2 points with that win right there.
But John, once again, coming up with the big kill at the end. How often are you playing this game at home with the kids?
I think it's the old baseball background. That 95-mile-an-hour fastball comes in handy. And having these Steelers, you know, it's kind of like them. We got down 1, but kind of at the end of their season, they had to run the table. We had to run the table, and it worked out.
Yeah, the Steelers, the teammates, and the communication going for the Americans as they take dodgeball.
And they do it, Sam, by winning the last 2 games. Now, remember, all point totals for events are doubled today. So 2 points for the Americans. They lead the Nationals by 4 with just 3 events left. When we come back, our football stars will need to carry a heavy load. It's the wheelbarrow race next on the Battle of the Gridiron Stars.
Wide open spaces is where I belong. Take me to the places that keep me humming along. Just a few miles north of ordinary.
Fortune Bay Resort Casino, a few miles north of Ordinary.
I called Mediacom and got digital cable and high-speed internet. Now I'm saving big. Check it out. Now I get digital cable and up to 38 channels, Stars and Showtime for only $9.95 a month for 6 months. The kids love the speed of MediaCom Online. And the free security suite is a great added bonus. Just $29.95 a month for 6 months. Make it a MediaCom double play and save big.
Call 1-866-764-CABLE today for 2 great MediaCom services.
Welcome back to Battle of the Gridiron Stars. We're at Disney's Wide World of Sports complex in Florida, home to more than 35 AAU national championships each year. That dodgeball win has the Americans up 15.5 to 11.5. 3 events left, 2 points on the line, and the wheelbarrows are set to go.
Well, Mike, this race is all about teamwork. Each team will use a 5-gallon container to load as much water as possible into their wheelbarrow. Then they'll navigate around a set of cones and cross a series of speed bumps and a balancing act over some elevated rails. All this while trying to keep the water from spilling out of the wheelbarrow. Whatever water is left will be transferred back to another 5-gallon tank and then eventually into the 50-gallon tank. And whichever team fills the 50-gallon tank first will win the event and pick up 2 critical points.
Let's check out the lineups for each team. You have to go some strategy. Use your strong guys to load. Lynch, Peyton Manning, and Hines Ward will wheel. Todd Heap, Joey Porter loaded into those containers Kirk was talking about. Joe Jaravicius, Eli Manning, Jeremiah Trotter, the wheelmen for the Nationals. Clinton Portis, Osi Umenyiora do the heavy lifting. Kirk, there's a lot of strategy involved here. How fast do you go? How much water do you keep in the wheelbarrow going over the obstacle?
Well, both the team captains are heavily involved. Kenny Stabler for the Americans, Archie Manning for the Nationals. Both teams, Mike, deciding to fill the wheelbarrow all the way to the top. The only problem is it's a good idea, but watch how much water they lose throughout this course, because it's not so much the cones, but it's the speed bumps.
Slow, trot.
Jeremiah Trotter losing a lot over his speed bumps. Whoa, Hines Ward. You have to have enough emphasis and push to get over the first speed bump, but you dump the whole load over the front.
Does Hines have anything?
When the hand goes down.
All right, now filling those transfer containers.
Keep going. Turn it up. Turn it up. That's it.
Go.
And Jeremiah Trotter will send it back.
Hold up. Hey, don't let us go the second one yet.
As Trotter heads back and each player finishes, the second players can start coming down the obstacle course.
Slow down.
Mike, you said it. It's not just about speed. It's about maneuvering these wheelbarrows down the course and trying to hold on to that water.
We got to do better.
The cliche that applies here is slow and steady will win this race.
On the flag down there.
The Americans seem to be losing a lot right there as they get propped up to pour into the transfer containers.
Go. Slow, baby. Slow.
And after the transfer is begun, the third player can come down with his wheelbarrow.
We're good.
Jeremiah Trotter already moving down.
The second one's back here behind you.
A nice lead.
Hold up. See, it looks like the Nationals have the edge, and they do because their third player is dumping the water into the transfer as Peyton Manning, the third water carrier for the Americans, is coming down. You have to be careful because it's not how fast you're going, it's how much water is getting into the containers.
It's a tight race. Let's see how much Peyton Manning can offer the Americans. The Nationals getting closer and closer to the blue line.
And the Nationals, Joe Jaravicius starts their fourth run down the track.
Just slow, Joe.
And it's pretty close when you look at the water that is accumulated in the final 50-gallon container.
Keep it slow, baby. Keep it slow.
It's the magic word in this competition. Slow.
Slow down and hold the water.
That's a good strategy right there. Because remember we were talking about that's where you seem to lose the most. Watch how much the Americans lose here. See right there. That little move by the Nationals, that little change in tactics may end up being the difference in this competition.
It's over 4 already. Go.
Well, they're definitely preserving more water. Doing a better job there. Their handlers at the end are doing a much better job.
John, get this one, baby.
But for all that, it looks like the Americans are bringing a heavier load down, getting more water in. Very close This one could be the decisive trip.
Slow down. Don't spill here. We might slow down, bro. Take it slow. Don't.
Yeah, oh, by the way, it's heavy, too. You're talking about speed and control. It's a wheelbarrow full of water.
There you go. We good. That's the one bucket.
See, yeah, the one bucket might get him up there.
Yep.
You want this one?
Next one. Depending on how much the Americans have left, that could be enough. Let's see.
We got it. We got it. No,
it's not enough.
No, that's not over.
Go! That pour that the Nationals still have from the temporary to the permanent.
They still have, Mike, another 5-gallon tank here to pour in.
That may be the difference maker. Peyton Manning's hustling down with one more supply of water, but this one could do it.
Yeah!
It does. The Nationals
Drop that wheelbarrow.
win the wheelbarrow. Take 2 points.
Mike, Nationals did a better job there at the end in handling the obstacle course, and Clinton Portis and O.C. Umanura, I think, just handled it a little bit better.
Well, it's 1 bucket away. A half a bucket.
Mike, I think at the end of the day, the Americans came so close, but I think they lost just too much water, and that's what cost them at the end.
As the Nationals get 2 big points. Sam?
Jeremiah, when you took that last drive up there, when did you know that you were going to have enough to put you guys over the line?
Well, I actually knew before I took off because we did a great job of teamwork trying to keep the water in. So they did a great job of not spilling on the end here and came up with a big win.
What was the key to the speed bumps?
We had to realize that we were going to spill some water over the speed bumps, and Archie did a great job of telling us, let's just keep momentum going. We're going to spill some water. Once we got over it, this was smooth sailing, and the other guys, OC and Clinton, did a great job of getting that water in the bucket, and that's why it's filled above the line.
And that's why we get a win for the Nationals in the wheelbarrow, and we've split the first 2 events. So the overall lead, just 2 points for the Americans. This is destined to come down to the obstacle course to settle things. It's not about timing and accuracy, and it's certainly not a pigskin. It's about strength and distance. It's the tire toss. Next on the Battle of the Gridiron Stars.
One thing you can always predict about the weather, it's unpredictable. That's why Goodyear engineers created Triple Tread technology. It's got an ice zone for gripping power in icy conditions, aqua chutes to move water away from the tire, and a dry zone for confident maneuvering. Get superior traction in any weather condition. Goodyear's Triple Tread technology. Now available on Forterra for SUVs and Assurance for cars. So you're always prepared on the wings of Goodyear.
Welcome again, everyone, to our Baseball Tonight studios with Harold Reynolds and John Kruk. I'm Carl Ravitch. We have been following Barry Bonds' pursuit of 714 home runs. He's been sitting on 713 since May 7th, and he is coming up in this game. And in case you haven't seen it, for the 4th time in 5 innings, he's got a couple of hits. I mean, this is, if you're going to groove your swing, this is a good game to do it.
It's like a minor league spring training when you go get your 10 ABs in 10 innings.
This is it, no doubt. Plus, he's seen a lot of pitches. I think watching his at-bats, he looks a lot more relaxed. His first couple ABs had some pretty good swings on balls, and he's got 2 hits. So, you know, that's always positive when you're able to pick up a hit. Even if it's a dribbler, it doesn't matter.
Right. This is a favorable home run park for Bonds and everyone else. Back in 2001 in Houston, he hit his 70th home run. The season he went on to hit 73 and, of course, break Mark McGwire's single-season record. So the Giants in the game have 11 runs. This is the most runs they've scored in back-to-back games, 21 when you add the 10 they had last night. So at least they're playing well and getting victories when they need to, considering they're in the basement in the National League West. So let's head out to Houston now. That is where Barry Bonds is set to step into the batter's box. In fact, leading off, the way things have gone for the Astros, too, we've seen Feliz have a couple of hits behind him with home runs. Vizquel hasn't had a home run, but early in the season, Barry was worried that Omar was going to have more. Is there a pressing thing that you see sort of led up for him tonight?
You know, I think the big thing, Carl, we've been talking about this a lot, was to get back to playing the game of baseball. And they moved him back to the 4th spot the other day. Now he's hitting 4th again. He's starting to swing back pretty good.
He's been a little more patient, as Harold said, at the plate. Got himself in a favorable hitter's counts. Mike Krukow and Dwayne Kuiper are set to bring you, we hope, history.
Only to be caught by Jason Lane. So here's Bonds facing Springer. This will be the first at bat for Bonds against a right-hander, as he had his other 3 at bats against Wandy Rodriguez. So here's Bonds, and that is behind Bonds on a slider according to the scoreboard, and it's 1 ball and no strike.
Yeah, definitely a breaking ball. If it didn't break, it would have plunked him right in the side.
Here comes Phil Garner.
I wonder if Joe West just gave a warning.
He did.
And I think Phil Garner wants to say, you're giving a warning on a breaking ball? You're killing the drill here. And you know what? He didn't hit anybody. It's better to have a warning in this scenario than wait for somebody to get drilled. And I can't even imagine that Springer was trying to throw at Bonds with a slider. All right, here's the pitch again. A breaking ball behind him. And keep your eye on Joe West. He goes, you're warned. Springer goes, it was a breaking ball. Joe West said, you're warned.
They're going to come in again to Bonds. And it's at his back foot. 2 balls and no strike.
Trying to get on his hands with that little cutter. I don't think it's a hard slide. I think it's more of a cut, but
they still hurt. I don't care.
You're right.
That ball was off the bat.
See, I thought it was off his arm piece.
Me too. 2 balls and 1 strike.
That's a rough strike. Watch the bat. Inside pitch, up around the letters.
Off the knob. Either that or it hit him and he wants to stay in the box. 2 balls and 1 strike. They're going to stay in again. And it's 3-1.
He's got to be thinking, get out of my kitchen.
Three balls and 1 strike. See where Munson sets up, back in. And that ought to do it. And it doesn't make any sense. It was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. And Bonds is going to walk on down to first.
Well, Garner's got to bite his tongue here. There's not a whole lot he can say.
Well, that one was at 92. Springer said it was a slider, and that's one of the hardest sliders he's ever thrown.
That was not a slider.
Here's what.
Well, it is 11-3, and that was probably the most interesting at-bat Barry has had since he hit his 713th home run back on the 7th of this month. He had a couple of hits in this game. You have to wonder, though, what do you think was going through the mind of Springer?
Well, I don't know what's going through Springer's mind, but I know what's going to be going through some Astros' minds when they come up to hit. One of them's getting plugged. That's just the way it's going to be. I mean, he threw 5 pitches at Barry, hit him with the last one up around the shoulder and the head area. Someone's going down for the Houston Astros, and well should.
Went behind him, and then he kept moving towards
First one was a slider, though, and then after that, he went after him. I think the interesting thing here is we focus so much on Barry and how poor swings he's had. Nobody wants to give up that home run either. You know, as a pitcher, they're going out there to throw their best stuff. You've seen how he's been pitched. He's been pitched hard down the way. Springer throws a cutter that hits him, and nobody wants to be that pitcher that's going to give up that 7-14.
Now, Springer assured himself that he wouldn't because he's been asked to leave, as have the manager, I believe, Phil Garner. So our coverage continues. Don't forget baseball tonight about 25 minutes from now, and we'll continue during Battle of the Gridiron Stars.
Battle of the Gridiron Gridiron Stars presented by Goodyear continues from Disney's Wide World of Sports Complex at the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. We've split the first two events of the day. The Americans lead the overall by 2 points. Time to move on to the third challenge of the day. Another 2 points on the line. Time for the tire toss.
Well, Mike, the tire toss is physically demanding, but pretty simple as far as the goal and objective here. 4 Americans and 4 nationals will alternate tosses of their respective team's tires in an effort to advance the length of the field and ultimately into the end zone. The first team to cover 100 yards with their tire will be our winners. Now, remember, the guys can throw the tires however they choose, but it's pretty clear from the practice rounds the discus-type throw seems to be the most effective.
That's not a small guy event. That is truly an offensive lineman, linebacker, because that tire gets pretty heavy.
I mean, you never know. A little momentum, a little wind, a little adrenaline.
This is about legs, explosion, I don't know, form, I guess. I don't know what the secret is.
Anything to do with just flat out, physicality or running and stuff like that, man, I'll be okay.
Growing up on the beaches of San Diego, we didn't throw a lot of tires, but if that's what we got to do to win, I'll throw a tire as far as I can.
I think the Reds go pull it through since we got some good, strong, country-fed, grown boys that look like they've been throwing tires.
Yeah, this will be fun. I was pretty good at the shot put in discus in high school, so it'll be a little bit different tossing a Goodyear around.
One spin, otherwise I do too many spins, I get lost where I am. I might throw it over the fence, to the left. I might throw it sideways.
I'm sure the strategy is going to be a big part of how this one plays out. Todd Heap, one of the bigger, stronger guys. O.C. Umanura would be the biggest of the bunch. But it will start with the tight end Heap.
Todd Heap looks the part, doesn't he? Looks like he should be able to do that.
Attaboy. There you go.
Pretty good.
Good.
And it's not where it rolls to, it's where it lands. So 12 yards for Heap. Hines Ward, Clinton Portis going to sit this one out. The tire tossing left to the big guys like O.C. Umanura.
Let's go, O.C. Let's go.
O.C. got some speed going there and tossed it about 14 yards.
Good job, O.C.
We'll take that.
Like you said, he had the speed. I think that's the key. Creating some momentum with your body so by the time you make that turn, you're in good position there. He almost came up with 15 yards, but they gave him 14 for the Nationals.
Come on, Joe.
Now Joey Porter for the Americans. Can't go past the line before the release.
That boy's good. 13. I thought I hit him.
Just past the 25.
Y'all already lost. I might as well say these guns for another event. Testing kid out here.
He's just an interested spectator, Portis, as Porter throws it 13 yards. And now Jeremiah Trotter for the Nationals.
At least one more.
Kirk, you can't go with your best guns early on because you know they're going to come back up in the rotation.
Watch that line.
Got some air.
That's all right.
That's all right. Straighten that out. It probably would have gotten over 15 yards, but 14 yards for Trotter. Umanura and Trotter giving the Nationals a pretty good lead here early.
They're up 3 yards, and here's John Lynch. Lynch came dangerously close to the line as he released this one. 12-yard throw.
Let's go, Joe.
Now, Kirk, we have 2 referees. Bob McElwee, who's refereed many championship football games. He's out spotting where the tire lands. And we have another one down the line to determine if the players are behind the line when they release.
It's the football.
Joe Jaravicius' turn. For a lower line drive, maximize the distance approach.
I don't know if it worked. He came up with 10 yards. I'd like to see these guys get it up in the air.
Peyton, man, he pick up first downs like it's nothing. You got to do it from over here.
Peyton Manning goes next. No surprise. He's working out his footwork.
Here we go. Watch your blind side.
Throw that check down, Peyton. Throw that check down.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Good job.
Getting near midfield, that'll be about 10 yards for Peyton Manning.
I told you to throw that check down. You did just that.
See, it's really between 10 and 12 yards is where most of the throws are landing. See if you can ever get over that. You're having a pretty good throw.
Eli was afraid about direction.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, but he goes farther than Peyton. 12 yards for Eli Manning.
Eli with a pretty good throw, Mike. Now both teams right around midfield after 4 throws apiece. Heap, Porter, Lynch, and Peyton Manning have it to the 47 for the Americans. Umenyiora, Trotter had big tosses for the Nationals with the help of Jurevicius and Eli Manning. They're right about at the 50-yard line. Nationals have a 3-yard lead.
Now the order stays the same. Second toss is Todd Heap. Nice.
Good throw, bud.
14 yards for Heap.
Todd Heap stretching it out there. Big throw.
Took it to the 39-yard line.
Well, Mike, Todd Heap there tying the longest throw of the day. Umenyiora and Jeremiah Trotter also throwing 14 yards earlier in the day.
And that one went straight, so he maximized his distance out of it.
Call me country boy again.
Yo, country boy. Let me get him, Mike. Yo, country boy. Oh.
Trying to fire up O.C. Umenyiora for his throw.
Oh, yeah.
Big one.
Oh, yeah.
16 yards, best of the competition.
That's 16. That's 16. Good job, O.C. Let's start, baby.
The non-participant Portis is having the most fun.
Well, whatever they said to him to fire him up, calling him country boy, must have worked. 16-yarder. The Nationals add to the lead.
Now Joey Porter for the Americans.
Watch that line now. Watch that line.
There we go. Good throw, Joey.
That's as far as Umenyiora. I'm a bit surprised there. 16 yards for Porter.
Notice Joey Porter's not kidding around now. He's all business, and that time he's focused, locked in, and came up with a big throw.
18-1.
So that took it down to the 23-yard line. Jeremiah Trotter needs to throw it 12 to keep the Nationals ahead. 6th throw for each side.
Let's go, baby.
That's the second time Trotter lost distance by losing direction. 11 yards, and we are just about even.
You know, Trotter, for his great size, just can't get comfortable with the rotation of his body.
Now John Lynch, maybe 2 more throws per team remaining. Obviously, the Nationals think there's a penalty here. You see what that line of scrimmage was, so to speak. And Bob McElwee, the head referee, comes over for a replay.
Mike, his left foot, he's over the line. What I love is how he realizes it. He actually tries to hop back. He's trying to hop back. But he clearly crossed the line and will be penalized 5 yards for the Americans.
So McElwee checking on replay.
Well, as I checked the tape, the thrower's foot, this is the line, the thrower's foot is at least that far over the line. It has to be a 5-yard penalty from the end of the throw based on the rules that we explained before we started.
Well, Mike, what I really appreciated here from Bob is that he went to the replay booth just to confirm. And you can see there, John Lynch clearly stepped across the line. That's a penalty.
So instead of the 9, McElwee will take it back to the 14-yard line. And now this next throw could give the Nationals a big advantage. Joe Jurevicius will do it. Two-handed method.
Oh, yeah.
He'll take it down to the 11-yard line. So the Nationals have an edge. It could come down to one last throw.
Good job.
Nationals down to the 11-yard line, and the Americans at the 14-yard line.
Going into the end zone. OC scared.
Because that throw.
And part of the problem with that 5-yard penalty, if you throw it in the same number of throws as the other team, the group that went deeper into the end zone wins. So Peyton has to get to the end zone, and he is 4 yards short That's going to give Eli a huge chance. All he has to do now is reach the end zone, and the Nationals will win.
And Mike, Eli in his first throw threw the tire 12 yards. So despite Joey Porter trying to be a distraction, you got to believe Eli has a good chance to come through for the Nationals.
Yes! So Eli Manning used all of his momentum. Went over the line after he released it, but it was legal, and the Nationals win the 2 points.
Well, Eli Manning taking advantage of the opportunity. You're right, Mike. He crossed the line, but not before he released the tire. The win for the Nationals.
All right, so the Nationals take this not without some controversy, though. Eli, how do you defend that?
Well, I think you can obviously see that we're over 5 yards ahead of them right now into the end zone. It would have come down to the last throw between Peyton and I, and I don't think the 5 yards would have been a big difference. We're about 6 yards ahead of them right now. So, it's not our rules. We didn't make them up. We just follow them, and that's the way the game goes sometimes.
Well, your big gun, O.C. You're coming up huge. 16 yards, your second throw. What'd you do differently, O.C.?
Sam, if you don't have rules in society, it'll be utter chaos. And, it was a situation where I felt like we were the bigger, stronger, more physical team. We pulled it off with the victors. To the victor go the spoils.
That sounds great. He summed it up right there. O.C. You're in the Nationals. They take the tire toss.
And Sam, for the day, the Nationals have the lead. And what do you know? This year's Battle of the Gridiron Stars is all tied with one event remaining. 50.5 points apiece. 23 events, 5 rounds. Nothing separates these two teams in the overall standings. When we come back, a champion will be decided, and where else should it happen but the obstacle course.
I learned a lot when I found out I had high blood pressure, but I didn't know it could lead to erectile dysfunction.
Having diabetes changed my life, but I didn't know it could lead to ED.
Guys should know that having certain health conditions like high blood pressure
or diabetes may lead to ED, and that Levitra can help.
Doctors know Levitra works for men with ED, even those with high blood pressure or diabetes. Levitra is only for men healthy enough for sexual activity. If you have heart problems or are on alpha blocker therapy, talk to your doctor before taking Levitra. Do not take Levitra if you take nitrates for chest pains, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing and stuffy or runny nose. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help if you experience an erection lasting longer than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease in vision, stop taking Levitra and call your doctor right away.
Imagine what Levitra can do for you. Talk to your doctor.
The more you know about ED, the more you'll want to know about Levitra.
The very thought of you, and I forget to do the little ordinary things.
Armor All Wax, wipes, and tire shines. Go ahead, stare.
Hey, neighbor. Hey, buddy. Mobile Clean 5000, huh?
This here stuff's the real deal. It protects for 5,000 miles.
Tougher men demand a tougher oil.
Tough stuff.
Mobile Clean 5000. It's the only conventional oil tough enough to guarantee protection of critical engine parts for 5,000 miles.
Mobile Clean 5000.
Seriously tough oil.
Your SUV is designed to go off-road, but sometimes the off-road comes to you. Introducing the new Goodyear Forterra with silent armor technology, made with SUV drivers in mind. A layer made with Kevlar means the Forterra is tough and rugged, and extra cushioning means the Forterra rides quietly and comfortably. The new Goodyear Forterra with silent armor technology. Go confidently on the wings of Goodyear.
Johnson will be here any second with that proposal.
The proposal?
Oh! Oh!
Let's light this candle.
I called Mediacom and got digital cable and high-speed internet. Now I'm saving big.
Check it out. Now I get digital cable and up to 38 channels of Stars and Showtime for only $9.95 a month for 6 months. The kids love the speed of Mediacom Online, and the free security suite is a great added bonus. Just $29.95 a month for 6 months. Make it a Mediacom double play and save big.
Call 1-866-764-CABLE today for 2 great Mediacom services.
Welcome back to Disney's Wide World of Sports Complex in Florida, host to more than 1 million athletes. Since its opening in 1997, Battle of the Gridiron Stars down to the final heat of our 24th event. And we still don't have a winner. Americans and Nationals all tied in the overall points. The Americans have a 5+ second lead in our last event, the obstacle course. Down to the start line, Stacey Dale Schumann.
Okay, Joe, so you guys are down just over 5 seconds, but you're challenging 2 Super Bowl champions. How intimidating is that for you?
Well, it's not intimidating. We had to play them at some point. Might as well play them again, right? Yeah. So it's all in good fun. We got 5 seconds to make up. I've got confidence in OC and what Eli's going to do, so just got to go through it, foot on the pedal, pedal the metal, and let's go.
Okay, Hines, your teammate Joey's waiting for you. How much does that help you? What comfort level does that give you to compete with him?
A little comfort level. I mean, we both are very competitive ourselves. We bring out the best in both of us. But it's just a matter of just going out there and just doing it, not really worrying about trying not to lose. We're just going out there and doing what we've been doing, the whole time we was down here. So, if we go out there and not making mistakes, we'll be fine.
All right, thanks, Hines. Let's go down to Sam Ryan now.
All right, so the pressure is on this man, Osa Umenyiora, 5.35 seconds. How do you make up that difference?
Man, it's going to be tough, man. I don't know how we're going to do it, man. Unfortunately for us, they got the guy who's best at doing this last, so I'm going to find a way to do it, though, man. I know how to perform under pressure.
The gentleman that you're talking about, this man right here, Joey Porter, I guess they kind of tailor-made this course for you. You seem to dominate it every year. How do you maintain your focus and, better yet, hold on to your lead and win this event?
If Hines start off good and he gives me a good target and we're even or something like that, I just got to handle the part and just get on through the obstacle course. I mean, like you said, I've done this obstacle course plenty of times, so I'm going to do what I do.
Well, you probably know Hines Ward better than anybody on the Americans right now. How much confidence do you have in him?
All of it. He's Mr. Clutch. He go come through under pressure. You know what I mean? He going to make it happen, and we're going to do what we do. We win battles.
Okay, they win battles. He knows that from the Super Bowl. We'll see if the Americans can come through tonight.
All right, Sam, once again, Peyton and Eli will be the trigger men. Ward and Jaravicius will handle the first leg for their teams, and then they'll hand it off to a pair of big boys. Porter and Umenyiora will take it to the finish.
Okay, final heat, final event. The Nationals have to win this one by more than 5.3 seconds to win the championship.
Go back, Joe. Go.
Peyton Manning connecting on the second one, releasing Hines Ward first.
Okay. Go.
Not only the lead with the time because of the penalties, but now Peyton Manning gets Hines Ward out early. Hines, he's got to get over the cargo net. And once it gets to Joey Porter, this could get very interesting.
Go. Porter with a stumble through the good years. Umenyiora had the edge going into the under-over. Porter quickly erases that. Oh, Umenyiora takes the bar down. That's 5 seconds. Porter usually dominates the wall. Remember, you got to catch the pass. Porter reels it in, and the Americans will win the overall competition. The Americans, the champions of the Battle of the Gridiron Stars.
All right, good try.
Hey, we all got to take a swing out of this drink right here, baby. Boat.
Good job.
Burger champion, baby. The bubbly, see the bubbly? How about that one?
Mike, it was a great battle. The Nationals came up a little bit short at the end, but, with the lead that they already had, you had to think that the Americans had a very good chance here. Joe Jaravicius trying everything that he can to give Umenyiora an opportunity to compete with Joey Porter. Joey Porter goes down, but the acceleration and speed leading up to the wall, at that point, it was all but over.
And he is a master of that wall, getting the good speed to take it, catches the pass, wins the title, and the victorious team is with Sam.
So it comes down to the obstacle course, and once again, the Americans dominate. Joey Porter, do you ever think it would end on a reception from Peyton Manning?
No, I never caught one of them before, so that was a good situation to catch a pass from Peyton. But you know what? When it comes down to the obstacle course and if it's me and you, I got to win that battle.
Oh, you're beating me anytime. What about these guys, though? Peyton, what was the key for your team?
I think just teamwork. Once again, we got off to a good start. I was able to hit the first tire to get Todd Heap off to a good start. He passed it to John, who finished it, made the catch. Same thing, Hines was smooth on his start. And you know Joey, once he gets that tag, he's going over this wall, finish the catch, and put him away.
Kenny, your overall thoughts on this team as a whole?
Oh, it's just been a pleasure being around these guys and see how they're competitive. You watch them play on Sunday, and you see those juices come out here at this type of competition, and it's just been a real pleasure to get to know them, be around them, and win with them.
And I know you guys have one more red team in you. Come on, let's do it.
Hey, I enjoyed it, guys. 1, 2, 3, red team.
Red team, the champions. Nationals couldn't have given any more. They had a chance right down to the final heat of the final event.
Oh, Mike, much like last year, the Americans' strength in the obstacle course was too much to overcome for the Nationals.
Second consecutive year, Battle of the Gridiron Stars to the final event, and the Americans victorious. Time now for today's Vault Assault.
Welcome, everyone.
Battle of the Gridiron Stars to the final event, and the Americans victorious. Time now for today's Vault Assault. Drinks like a soda, kicks like an energy drink. Vault, get to it. And the honor goes to the entire Americans team. Down through the first 4 rounds, they took the lead in round 5 and closed it out here today to win their second straight battle championship. Special thanks to Disney's Wide World of Sports complex in Florida. Now with Kirk Herbstreit, Sam Ryan, and Stacey Dale Schumann, this is Mike Tirico. Congratulations to our champions, the Americans. See you next time on Battle of the Gridiron Stars.